I found them while packing her epilepsy medication, the condoms she'd need for a girl's trip to Napa, tucked beside the lingerie I'd never seen her wear for me. The suitcase was pink, cheap plastic wheels that clicked on our bedroom tile. That sound used to mean excitement, vacations, adventure. Now it just means evidence. It's 11 p.m. on a Thursday. My wife Sarah is downstairs watching Netflix, laughing at something I can't hear. I'm supposed to be helping her pack. She has epilepsy, the kind that requires daily medication, the kind where missing even one dose can trigger a seizure. So every trip I pack her Keppra. I count the pills, I double check. 12 years of marriage, and I've never let her forget. Tonight I unzip the front pocket to put the prescription bottle inside, and that's when I see them. A box of condoms, 12-pack, drugstore brand. The cellophane wrapper catches the bedroom light. It's never been opened. My hands start shaking. The pill bottle almost slips. I look at the lingerie next to it. Red, lace, tags still attached, size small. Sarah hasn't worn a size small since Emma was born 7 years ago. She tells me that all the time. She tells me a lot of things. I pull out my phone. I take a photo. I don't know why yet. I just know I need to document this exactly as I found it. The suitcase, the medication, the condoms, the lingerie she bought for someone else. I put everything back exactly as it was. I zip the pocket closed. Then I go downstairs and I ask my wife about her girl's trip. She doesn't even look up from the TV. What about it? Who's going again? Marcus, I've told you 3 times. Jenna, Beth, and Chris, wine tasting in Napa. 3 days. We leave tomorrow morning. She's annoyed. I can hear it. Right. Just wanted to make sure you have everything. I've been packing for trips longer than I've known you. She laughs. It's not a warm laugh. I stand there in our living room in the house we bought together with our kids asleep upstairs, and I realize I'm about to ruin everything by telling the truth. Sarah, I found something in your suitcase. Now she looks at me. What? Condoms. The laugh that comes out of her mouth. I'll never forget it. High-pitched, performative. Like I just said the most ridiculous thing she's ever heard. You're joking. I'm not. Marcus, are you serious right now? She stands up. You went through my suitcase? I was packing your medication. So you went through my things. That's what you're telling me. I can feel the conversation shifting. Somehow I'm the one who did something wrong. Sarah, there's a box of condoms in your suitcase. For a girl's trip. She picks up her phone. She's texting someone. Then she puts it on speaker. Her sister answers. Hey, what's up? Jenna, quick question. Did the gym give out free condoms last week at that health fair thing? Oh my God, yes. They were literally handing them out at the door. It was so awkward. Why? Sarah looks at me with this expression, triumphant, vindictive. Because Marcus just accused me of cheating because I have condoms in my bag. I hear Jenna laugh through the phone. Are you kidding? Sarah, I'm so sorry. Marcus, we're going to Napa, wine country, women only. What exactly do you think is happening? You know what? Sarah says, and her voice drops low. You're not just dramatic, Marcus. You're sick. This is sick. She hangs up on her sister. She looks at me. I'm going to bed. You should think about why you felt the need to go through my things and accuse me of something so disgusting. She walks past me. I smell her perfume, the one I bought her for Christmas. She hasn't worn it in months. I stand there alone. I almost believed her. Almost. The next morning, Sarah leaves for Napa at 6 a.m. She kisses Emma goodbye. She ruffles Connor's hair. Connor is 3. He calls her mommy and me, daddy and Tyler, Unkatai. She doesn't kiss me. Emma is 7, and she watches her mother leave from the upstairs window. I'm making breakfast, scrambled eggs, the kind Emma likes with cheese mixed in while they're still wet. Connor is in his high chair throwing Cheerios at the dog. Daddy, Emma says, and her voice is small, is Mommy mad at you? Adults sometimes disagree, honey. It's okay. But you looked sad last night. I heard you and Mommy talking. I flipped the eggs. I don't look at her. If I look at her, I might cry. Everything's fine, Em. She comes into the kitchen. She's wearing her unicorn pajamas, the ones with the purple horn on the hood. She climbs into her chair at the table. She pulls out a piece of paper from under her placemat. I made this at school yesterday. It's a drawing. Crayon, the 64 pack, the big one. Emma always presses hard when she colors. The colors are bright, almost aggressive. The drawing shows two stick figures. One has long hair, yellow like Sarah's. One has short hair and a beard, brown like Tyler's. They're holding hands. There's a park bench. There are trees. At the top, in Emma's careful second-grade handwriting, Mommy and Unca Tyler at the park. There's a date in the corner, 2 months ago. This is really good, Em. When did you see Mommy and Uncle Tyler at the park? Emma looks at her eggs. She's not eating. I don't remember. Emma. Daddy, I'm not supposed to tell you. The room gets very quiet. I turn off the stove. I sit down next to my daughter. Sweetheart, you can always tell me anything. You know that, right? Her eyes fill up. She's 7. She shouldn't have to keep secrets that make her cry. Mommy said if I told you about Uncle Tyler, you'd leave us. She said it was our secret to keep you safe. But Daddy... Her voice breaks. You look so sad all the time now. Did I do the wrong secret? I pull her into my lap. She's getting big, 70 pounds, all elbows and knees, but right now she feels small, fragile. You didn't do anything wrong. You never do anything wrong. Mommy takes me to Starbucks after school sometimes. Uncle Tyler is there. She tells you he's working, but I see his car. I hold my daughter, and I feel something crack inside my chest. Not rage, something worse. Something that feels like free falling. How many times, Emma? I don't know. A lot. She pulls back to look at me. Those green eyes. Sarah's eyes. Are you going to leave? Never. I'm never leaving you. Promise? I promise. She hugs me again. Over her shoulder, I see Connor in his high chair. He's watching us. He doesn't understand. He's 3. He just knows something is wrong because his sister is crying and his daddy is holding her too tight. I take a photo of Emma's drawing. I didn't know it then, but that photo would save my daughter. At noon, I call Tyler Morrison. We've been friends since college, 16 years. He was my best man. I was his. When he got divorced 2 years ago, he slept on our couch for a month. Sarah made him breakfast. I drove him to his lawyer's office. He cried in my car and said, "Brothers, don't leave brothers behind." Brothers. The phone rings 3 times. Marcus! Hey man, what's up? His voice is easy, casual, like we're just 2 guys about to make lunch plans. Need to talk to you about something. Sure, yeah. Everything okay? You sound weird. It's Sarah. Oh shit, what happened? Is she okay? He's concerned. He's so fucking concerned. I think she's cheating on me. Silence. 2 seconds. 3. Dude, what? No. Sarah? Come on. I found condoms in her suitcase last night. She's on a girls' trip to Napa. Okay. Hold on. There's gotta be an explanation. Did you ask her? She said they gave them out at the gym. Her sister backed her up. Well, there you go. Tyler, Emma drew a picture of Sarah with some guy at the park. She said she's not supposed to tell me they've been meeting. Another pause. Longer this time. Jesus, Marcus. I don't know what to say. Did Emma say who the guy was? I'm watching him. Even through the phone, I'm watching him. She didn't have to. She wrote his name at the top. Mommy and Unca Tyler. I hear him breathe. Just once. Sharp. Marcus, brother, listen to me. I see Sarah sometimes when I pick up coffee. We chat. That's it. Emma probably saw us, and kids, they make things into stories. She's 7. Yeah. You don't believe me? I didn't say that. You don't have to. I can hear it in your voice. Marcus, come on. You're my best friend. I would never... I know. Do you? Yeah. Another silence. Look, Tyler says, and now his voice shifts. Helpful, brotherly. You need proof. Real proof. Kids' drawings aren't proof. Condoms from a gym aren't proof. If Sarah is doing something, you need to know for sure. You need a PI or something. A PI. Yeah, someone who can follow her, check her phone records, whatever, because right now, you're just spiraling. And that's not fair to her or to you. He's right. He sounds so right. Thanks, man. Anytime. That's what brothers do. We don't leave each other behind, remember? Yeah, I remember. I hang up. I sit in my kitchen. Connor is napping. Emma is at school. The house is silent except for the hum of the refrigerator. I opened my glove box that morning, looking for the insurance card. That's when I found it. Tyler's garage door opener. Gray plastic. Genie brand. His address label still on the back. 847 Maple Street. It was under Sarah's registration, under her Starbucks rewards card, under the receipt for the condoms she bought 3 days ago at CVS, not at any gym health fair. I thanked Tyler for his advice. I didn't tell him I'd already installed the GPS tracker on Sarah's car that morning. I didn't tell him I'd already seen the text messages she thought she'd deleted, the ones with coded language. Can't wait for our tasting session. The usual place? I'm wearing what you like. I thanked him. I didn't tell him anything. The GPS tracker cost $149 on Amazon. It arrived in 2 days. It's magnetic, small, black. It sticks to the underside of a car's rear bumper. The battery lasts 30 days. I installed it at 5 a.m. before Sarah left for Napa. She never knew. By Monday, I have the data. 17 pins on the map, 17 visits to the Riverside Inn on Route 9. Every Wednesday afternoon, 2 p.m. check-in, never later than 6 p.m. checkout. Every Wednesday, Sarah tells me she has yoga class, hot yoga. She comes home sweaty, her hair damp, smelling like eucalyptus. She kisses me on the cheek and asks, what's for dinner? 17 Wednesdays, 17 lies. The GPS data doesn't lie. It just marks coordinates, latitude, longitude, timestamps, 389072 degree N, 77.369 W, Riverside Inn, Wednesday, September 4th, 2:14 p.m., 389072 degree N, 70,0369 W, Riverside Inn, Wednesday, September 11th, 2:09 p.m., 389072 degree N, 7369 W, Riverside Inn, Wednesday, September 18th, 2:22 p.m. 17 times I print the data, thermal paper, the kind that smudges if your hands are sweaty. Mine are. I highlight every address in yellow. 17 tiny betrayals, bright enough to burn. I also find the hotel receipt in the trash. Sarah must have thought she threw it away at the hotel, but it was in her coat pocket. The black one she wears on Wednesdays. The one that smells like cologne I don't own. Riverside Inn, room 212, checked in September 25th, 2:11 p.m. Checked out 5:47 p.m., paid with her credit card, the one she said she only uses for emergencies. The same card has other charges. Flowers from Preston's florist, jewelry from Tiffany & Co., lingerie from Victoria's Secret, size small, red lace, tags removed after purchase. I sit at my kitchen table with the receipts spread in front of me. I pour a glass of whiskey. I don't drink it. I just need to hold something. The GPS showed 17 visits to the Riverside Inn in 3 months. Every Wednesday, the same day she had yoga class. On Tuesday morning, I go to the bank, First National, the one where Sarah and I opened our joint account 12 years ago, right after we got married. The banker who helped us, Mr. Henderson, he's still there. Silver hair now. Reading glasses on a chain. Marcus Patterson, he says when I walk in. Good to see you. What can I do for you? I need to see our account statements, all of them, going back 6 months. Sure, everything okay? I need to check something. He prints them out. 4 pages, 3 accounts, checking, savings. The kids' college fund we started when Emma was born. I sit in the small glass office while he goes to help another customer. I read the numbers. The checking account is normal. Groceries, gas, utilities, Emma's piano lessons, Connor's daycare. The savings account makes me pause. We had $31,000 in January. We have $8,400 now. I look at the withdrawals. $3,000 on March the 15th, $5,000 on April 3rd, $4,500 on May 22nd. Wire transfers all to the same place. TC Consulting LLC, TC Tyler's initials, Tyler Christopher Morrison. I checked the kids' college fund. We had $16,000. We have $200. Mr. Henderson, he comes back to the desk. Find what you needed. What's TC Consulting? He types into his computer. Looks like a business consulting firm. Your wife has been making regular transfers there since March. My wife? Yes, sir. She came in personally for the first few. Then she set up automatic transfers. Can I see the withdrawal slips? He prints them. 6 slips. Each one has a signature. My signature, except it's not my signature. I write with a forward slant. Loose loops on the M and P. The signature is too careful. Too precise. The M is wrong. The P is wrong. Mr. Henderson, this isn't my signature. He takes the papers. He looks at them. He looks at me. Sir, are you saying these withdrawals were unauthorized? I'm saying I didn't make them. I didn't sign these. I didn't authorize any wire transfers to TC Consulting. He removes his glasses. Mr. Patterson, if what you're telling me is true, this is fraud. Wire fraud. That's a federal crime. I know. Your wife has been forging your signature? For 4 months, apparently. He pulls out a signature card, the one I signed when we opened the account. He places it next to the withdrawal slips. Sir, this isn't your signature. Your wife has been impersonating you for 4 months. The bank statements feel heavy. Bank paper, heavier than normal, cream-colored official. The numbers are printed in red. Negative balances are always in red. $47,000. Gone. Our savings, our kids' future, wire transferred to my best friend's shell company while I packed school lunches and drove carpool and believed my wife when she said she had yoga class. Not just cheating, not just lying, just stealing our children's future. I confront her on Wednesday night. Sarah comes home from yoga at 6:15 p.m. Her hair is damp. She smells like eucalyptus and the cologne I found on her coat. She kisses Connor. She asks Emma about school. She asks me what's for dinner. We need to talk, I say. Can it wait? I'm exhausted. No. Something in my voice makes her stop. She looks at me. Kids, go upstairs, I say. Emma, take your brother. Watch a show in your room. Daddy, now please. They go. I wait until I hear Emma's door close. I pull out the folder. GPS printouts, bank statements, hotel receipts, Emma's drawing, the forged signature cards. I spread them across our kitchen table like evidence in a trial. What is this? Sarah asks. You tell me. She looks at the papers. I watch her face. I watch her calculate. I watch her decide which lie to tell. You've been following me? Answer the question. This is insane. You put a tracker on my car? 17 visits to the Riverside Inn every Wednesday. $47,000 transferred to Tyler's company. Your signature, I point to the bank statements, forging my name. So yes, Sarah, I've been following you because my wife is a thief. She picks up the bank statements. She's breathing fast. Her hands are shaking. You don't understand. Then make me understand. Tyler needed help. He was going to lose his house after the divorce. I was helping him. With my money, by forging my signature. It was our money. Not according to the law. According to the law, you committed wire fraud. That's a federal crime, Sarah. She slams the papers down. You're threatening me? You're actually threatening me? I'm telling you what you did. What I did. Her voice rises. What about what you're doing? Tracking me, going through my things, spying on me? You're abusive, Marcus. This is abuse. The word hits like a slap. Abusive. I found evidence of a crime. You invaded my privacy. You stole from our children. We're shouting now. Upstairs, I hear a door open. Emma, she's listening. Sarah grabs her phone. She's calling someone. Mom, can you come over? He's out of control. I need you here. 15 minutes later, her mother arrives. Patricia, silver hair, expensive purse. She's always thought I wasn't good enough for her daughter. What's going on? Patricia demands. I show her the evidence. All of it. She looks at the papers. She looks at her daughter. Sarah? Mom, he's making this into something it's not. Tyler needed help. I helped him. Marcus is acting like I committed a crime. You forged his signature, I say. You stole $47,000 from a joint account. That requires both signatures for large withdrawals. You forged mine. Patricia looks at me. You're really going to do this? You're going to accuse your wife? I'm not accusing, I'm showing you proof. This is abusive behavior, Marcus. Controlling, paranoid. Sarah, you should file a restraining order. Sarah nods. She's crying now. Real tears or fake tears. I can't tell anymore. I think you should leave, Patricia says to me. This is my daughter's house. It's my house. My name is on the deed. You're scaring the children. I'm scaring them. I'm not the one who stole from them. Get out, Marcus, before I call the police. Sarah looks at me. She's won. She knows she's won. Her mother believes her. Her sister believed her. Tyler pretends to believe me while he's fucking my wife in a hotel room we paid for. She looks at all the evidence spread across our kitchen table and says, You're abusive, Marcus. I'm filing a restraining order. Her mother nods. That's when I reach into my pocket. That's when I press stop on the recorder. The digital voice recorder I've been running since Sarah came home. Red light when recording. I kept my hand in my pocket so she wouldn't see it. The one that captured everything, every lie, every admission, every word. I hold it up. I recorded this conversation. All of it. You admitting to the transfers. You admitting to helping Tyler. You calling me abusive for finding evidence of fraud. Sarah's face goes white. That's illegal, Patricia says. You can't record someone without permission. In Virginia, I can. One-party consent state, I'm the one party. I pocket the recorder. I look at my wife. I'm not leaving. You are. You have until Friday to move out, or I'm filing charges for wire fraud. Your choice. I walk out of the kitchen. I walk upstairs. Emma is standing in the hallway. Her door cracked open. She heard everything. Daddy? I kneel down. I hug her. It's okay, baby. Everything's going to be okay. But I don't know if that's true. Thursday morning, my brother calls. Jake Patterson, 3 years older than me, family attorney, sharp suits and sharper mind. I heard what happened, he says. From who? Emma called me last night. Used your phone while you were in the shower. She said Mommy and Grandma were being mean to you. 7 years old, and Emma is calling for backup. Jake, I don't want to drag you into this. Shut up. I'm already in it. What do you have? I tell him everything. GPS data, bank fraud, hotel receipts, the recording, silence on the other end. Marcus, this isn't just divorce court anymore. With the financial fraud, this is criminal. I know. No, I don't think you do. Wire fraud is a federal crime. If you press charges, Sarah could face prison time. Good. Is it? Because she's the mother of your children. You ready for Emma and Connor to visit Mommy in prison? I hadn't thought about that. I'd been so focused on justice, I forgot about consequences. What do I do? First, we protect the kids. Second, we document everything. Third, we get ahead of this before she files that restraining order. I'm coming over. Don't talk to Sarah. Don't talk to Tyler. Don't talk to anyone until I get there. He arrives at noon. Navy suit, leather briefcase, legal notepad. We sit at the kitchen table, the same table where I confronted Sarah 12 hours ago. The evidence is still spread out. Jake photographs everything. He makes notes. He asks questions. Have you talked to a PI? Not yet. You need one. Someone who can testify in court. Someone who can verify this GPS data, get phone records, document the affair. I know someone, a voice says. I turn around. Mrs. Patterson is standing at my back door. She knocked, but I didn't hear it. Mrs. Patterson, 72 years old, lives next door, makes lemon bars, watches everything. I'm sorry to intrude, she says, but I heard yelling last night. The windows were open. Mrs. Patterson, I have security cameras, Marcus, front and back. They cover my driveway, but they also catch your driveway. I've been watching Tyler Morrison come and go for months. Every Wednesday, 9 a.m., he arrives. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m., he leaves, always when you're at work. Jake looks at me. He looks at Mrs. Patterson. Ma'am, do you still have that footage? Every bit of it. I thought something was wrong. I just didn't know how to tell you, Marcus. You're a good man. You deserve better than this. She hands me a USB drive. 6 months of footage, date stamped, Tyler's truck, 17 Wednesdays, every single one. The private investigator's name is Linda Chen, 47 years old, 20 years in the business, former police detective. Jake recommended her. She's expensive, but she's good, and she can testify. Linda meets me at a coffee shop. She brings a leather portfolio. She listens while I talk. She doesn't interrupt. She just takes notes. When I finish, she says, "How much proof do you want?" All of it. Affair evidence, financial fraud, timeline documentation, phone records. It's going to cost about $8,000. I have it. And you understand this might get ugly. Once we start digging, your wife will know. She'll lawyer up. She'll fight back. Let her. Linda nods. Give me 2 weeks. She delivers in 10 days. The report is 47 pages, printed on professional letterhead, photos, timestamps, credit card receipts, text message recovery, explicit content, coded language, hotel room confirmations. Page 12, photo of Tyler and Sarah kissing in the Riverside Inn parking lot, October 2nd, 5:34 p.m. Her hand on his chest, his hand on her waist. Page 23, recovered text messages. Sarah to Tyler. I can't wait to feel you again. Wednesday can't come fast enough. Tyler to Sarah. Wear the red. You know what it does to me. Page 31, financial analysis. $47,000 transferred from Patterson joint accounts to TC Consulting LLC. Tyler Morrison, sole proprietor. No consulting services rendered, no invoices, no contracts, just money moving from my family to my best friend. Page 39, timeline. The affair started 14 months ago, June of last year, right after Tyler's divorce was finalized, right after he cried on our couch and said brothers don't leave brothers behind. I read every page twice. Linda sits across from me in her office. There's one more thing. What? The timeline. If the affair started 14 months ago and Connor is 3 years old, she pauses. Mr. Patterson, you should request a paternity test for your youngest. The room tilts. Connor? The affair could have started earlier. It could have been going on longer than we documented. Given the level of deception, she trails off. I think you need to know. Connor is my son. Biologically, you might want to confirm that. I think about Connor, 3 years old, blonde hair like Sarah, blue eyes like Sarah, nothing like me, nothing like my dark hair and green eyes. But Emma has green eyes. Emma looks like me. Connor looks like Sarah. Or does Connor look like Tyler? I'll think about it, I say, but I already know. I need to know. The DNA test takes 3 days. I order it online. Discreet packaging, lab certified. 2 swabs, one for me, one for Connor. Connor thinks it's a game. Daddy, why are we doing science? Just a quick test, buddy. Open wide. He opens his mouth. I swab the inside of his cheek. 15 seconds. That's all it takes to destroy a life. I swab my own cheek. I seal the samples. I mail them to the lab. Then I wait. Jake comes with me to get the results. We drive to the lab together. We sit in the parking lot. You ready? He asks. No. We can wait. No, let's go. The lab technician is a woman in her 30s. She hands me a manila envelope. Mr. Patterson, your results are inside. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. Her voice is kind, apologetic, like she already knows what's inside. I open the envelope in the parking lot. Jake is next to me. He doesn't say anything. The lab report is 1 page. Official letterhead, my name, Connor's name. A lot of scientific language I don't understand. Then at the bottom, in bold, probability of paternity, 0.0%. The lab technician said it apologetically, like she was sorry for telling me the truth. I'd been raising Tyler's son, my best friend's son, for 3 years. Connor called me Daddy. He still does. Here's my question for you. Is it cruel to protect yourself with evidence, or is it cruel to gaslight someone with a smile? I want to know what you think. Leave evidence or cruel below. I'll read them. I file for divorce on a Monday. Full custody, fraud charges, restraining order against Tyler. He's not allowed within 500 feet of my children. Sarah gets served at work. Her mother calls me, screaming. I don't answer. The court date is set for 6 weeks out. November 14th, Judge Morrison presiding. Jake builds the case. Every piece of evidence, every document, every witness. Mrs. Patterson agrees to testify. Linda Chen agrees to testify. The bank manager agrees to testify. Emma's teacher, Ms. Rodriguez, sends a letter. Emma has shown signs of distress for months. Behavioral changes, withdrawn. She drew pictures of her mother with another man repeatedly. When I asked if everything was okay at home, she said, "I'm not supposed to tell." Sarah's lawyer tries to fight back. She claims I'm vindictive, controlling, that the tracker was illegal surveillance, that the recording was coerced. Jake destroys every argument. Your client committed wire fraud, federal crime. The surveillance was legal. The recording was legal. My client has documentation of 17 instances of adultery, financial theft, and emotional abuse of minor children. What does your client have? Sarah's lawyer has nothing. The hearing is in 2 weeks. I take Emma and Connor to Jake's house. I don't want them in our house anymore. Too many memories, too many lies. Emma brings her drawings, all of them, 17 pictures of Mommy and Uncle Tyler. Connor brings his stuffed elephant. Daddy, when are we going home? Soon, buddy, soon. But I don't know if we ever go home. Not to that house, not to that life. The custody evaluation is brutal. A court-appointed psychologist interviews everyone. Me, Sarah, Emma, Connor, Tyler. They don't let me sit in when they interview Emma. She's 7. She's scared. She goes into the room with Dr. Sarah Mitchell, a woman with kind eyes and a soft voice. 40 minutes later, Emma comes out. She's been crying. Daddy, did I do good? You did perfect, baby. That night, Jake gets the preliminary report. Emma told the truth. All of it. She told Dr. Mitchell about the Starbucks visits, about Uncle Tyler being there when Mommy said he wasn't, about Mommy saying it was a secret to keep Daddy safe, about Mommy forgetting her birthday last year because she was busy. Emma told Dr. Mitchell, my daddy makes my lunch every day with notes that say I'm brave. Mommy forgot my birthday. My daddy never forgot. If love is staying, my daddy loves me most. Emma wrote a letter to the judge, too, wide-ruled notebook paper, 2nd grade handwriting, some words misspelled. The letter ends with, my daddy never lied to me. Mommy taught me that lying protects people you love, but I love my daddy more. When Jake reads it to me, I cry, not from pain, from pride. My 7-year-old daughter is braver than I'll ever be. The courtroom is smaller than I expected. Judge Morrison sits at the bench, gray hair, reading glasses, 50-something years on the bench, according to Jake. She's seen everything. Sarah sits at the defendant's table with her lawyer. She's wearing a navy dress, hair pulled back. She looks innocent, wounded, like I'm the one who hurt her. I sit next to Jake. Behind us, Mrs. Patterson, Linda Chen, Mr. Henderson from the bank, Emma's teacher, Ms. Rodriguez, people who stayed. The judge looks at the case file. It's thick. 47 pages from Linda, bank statements, GPS data, photos, text messages, Emma's drawings, the recording. This is a dissolution of marriage with allegations of fraud, adultery, and custody dispute, Judge Morrison says. Mr. Patterson is seeking primary custody of 2 minor children and criminal referral for wire fraud. Mrs. Patterson is seeking joint custody and claiming emotional abuse. Let's begin. Jake stands. Your Honor, we have extensive documentation. I've read it, counselor, all of it. Let's hear from your client first. I stand. My legs feel weak. Mr. Patterson, tell me what happened. I tell her everything. The suitcase. The condoms, the gaslighting, Emma's drawing, the GPS tracker, 17 Wednesdays at the Riverside Inn, $47,000 stolen from our accounts. Tyler, the best friend who said brothers don't leave brothers behind while he was sleeping with my wife and stealing my money. The paternity test. When I say that last part, the courtroom goes quiet. Connor isn't biologically mine, but he's my son. He calls me Daddy. I've raised him since birth. I love him. That doesn't change. Judge Morrison writes something down. Mrs. Patterson, your response? Sarah's lawyer stands. Your Honor, my client admits the affair. She admits to poor judgment, but she denies any criminal intent with the financial transfers. She was helping a friend in need. She didn't realize she needed her husband's explicit consent for transfers from a joint account. She forged his signature. Jake says, 6 times. That shows intent. She was trying to avoid conflict. By committing fraud? Judge Morrison holds up her hand. Enough. Mrs. Patterson, did you forge your husband's signature? Sarah stands. She's crying. I didn't think it was forgery. I thought it was our money. I was just helping someone. By lying to your husband, by conducting an affair, by taking your children to meet your affair partner and telling them it was a secret? I made mistakes. You made choices. The judge's voice is cold. Let me see the evidence. Jake hands up the binders, color-coded, bank statements, GPS printouts, photos, the recording. Judge Morrison reviews them. She listens to parts of the recording. Sarah's voice. Tyler needed help. My voice. You stole from our children. Patricia's voice. You're abusive. The judge removes her glasses. Mrs. Patterson, I'm not just denying your custody petition. I'm ordering a fraud investigation and freezing all joint assets pending criminal review. Bailiff, please ensure she doesn't leave the state while this investigation proceeds. Sarah's face goes white. Her lawyer tries to object. The judge cuts him off. Your client forged signatures 6 times to steal $47,000. That's wire fraud, federal crime. This court takes that seriously. Now let's talk about the children. They play Emma's recorded testimony. The psychologist's office. Soft lighting, toys in the corner, Dr. Mitchell's calm voice. Emma, can you tell me about your drawings? I draw what I see. And what did you see? Mommy and Uncle Tyler. At Starbucks, at the park, at our house when Daddy was working. How did that make you feel? Silence. Then Emma's small voice. Scared. Why scared? Because Mommy said if I told Daddy, he would leave. She said lying was how we keep people safe. But Daddy looks sad all the time. I think the lying made him sad. Do you love your mommy? Yes. Do you love your daddy? Yes, but Daddy never lied to me. Daddy makes my lunch with notes that say I'm brave. Mommy forgot my birthday last year. Daddy never forgets. If you could choose, Emma, who would you want to live with? Daddy. I want to live with Daddy. Can Connor come too? He's little. He needs me. The recording ends. Judge Morrison looks at Sarah. Your 7-year-old daughter asked if her brother could stay with her, because she's protecting him from you. Sarah is crying. Real tears this time. "I want to see the letter," the judge says. Jake hands it up. Wide-ruled notebook paper. Emma's handwriting. The letter she wrote 3 weeks ago when Dr. Mitchell asked if she wanted to tell the judge anything. Judge Morrison reads it silently. When she finishes, she sets it down carefully. This child wrote, "My daddy never lied to me. Mommy taught me that lying protects people you love. But I love my daddy more. Please let us stay with him." She was 7 years old when she wrote this. The judge looks at me. "Mr. Patterson, regardless of biology, you're treating Connor as your son?" "He is my son. DNA doesn't change that." "And if you're granted custody, you'll continue to raise him?" "Yes, Your Honor, without question." "Even though he's the biological child of your wife's affair partner?" "Biology doesn't make a father. Love does. Connor taught me that." Judge Morrison nods. She writes something down. "I'm granting primary physical custody to Mr. Patterson. Mrs. Patterson will have supervised visitation every other Sunday, 2 hours at a court-approved facility. This arrangement will be reviewed in 6 months. If Mrs. Patterson can demonstrate rehabilitation and stable housing, we'll revisit." Sarah's lawyer stands. "Your Honor, this is excessive." "Counselor, your client committed fraud, conducted a 14-month affair, involved the minor children in her deception, and traumatized a 7-year-old child into believing that lying protects love. I'm being generous with supervised visits. Don't push me." The gavel comes down. Emma hugged me in the courthouse parking lot. She grabbed my hand and whispered, "We're safe now, Daddy." That's when I cried, not from pain, from relief. 2 days later, Sarah's world collapses completely. Tyler vanishes. His house is empty, furniture gone, no forwarding address, his phone disconnected. The $30,000 left in TC Consulting's account, gone. Tyler withdrew it all the day after the court hearing. Cash, untraceable. Sarah calls me, hysterical. "He left, Marcus, he just left. He took everything." "That's not my problem." "I don't have anywhere to go. My mom won't let me stay with her. I can't afford an apartment. Marcus, please." "You should have thought about that before you forged my signature." "I made mistakes." "No, you made choices. Live with them." I hang up. Jake calls me that afternoon. "You need to hear this. Tyler's ex-wife showed up at my office." "Rebecca?" "Yeah, she brought evidence." Rebecca Morrison, Tyler's first wife. They were married 8 years, divorced 2 years ago. Messy divorce. Tyler claimed she was controlling, frigid, impossible to live with. Rebecca sits in Jake's office. She's 42, dark hair, tired eyes. She hands Jake a folder. "Tyler had a vasectomy," she says. 8 years ago, right after we got married, he told me he wanted to wait to have kids. He never told me he made it permanent." Jake opens the folder. Medical records, confidential, but Rebecca has copies from the divorce discovery. "We tried to get pregnant for 5 years, Rebecca continues. "I went through fertility treatments, hormone injections, 3 rounds of IVF. It destroyed my body. It destroyed our marriage. And the whole time, he knew. He knew he was sterile." "Why are you telling us this?" Jake asks. "Because Connor is 3 years old. And if Tyler had a vasectomy 8 years ago..." She looks at me. "Connor isn't his either. Tyler knew that. He's been lying to both of you." The room spins. Connor isn't mine. Connor isn't Tyler's. So who the hell is Connor's father? "There's more," Rebecca says. She pulls out printed screenshots, text messages, Tyler to his friend Derek. "Sarah's unstable. She seduced me. I was trying to help. Marcus. Now she's obsessed." Tyler to his lawyer. "If this goes to court, blame her. She initiated everything. I have text to prove it." "He was setting her up," Rebecca says. "The whole time. He took your money, Marcus. He ruined your marriage. And when it fell apart, he had an exit plan. Blame Sarah for everything. Take the cash. Disappear. Not just abandoned. Not just broke. Just alone with her choices." The fraud investigation moves fast. The FBI gets involved. Wire fraud, interstate commerce. Tyler's TC Consulting LLC is a shell company with no legitimate business. The $47,000 was never for consulting. It was just theft, dressed up with fake invoices. They tracked Tyler to North Carolina, an apartment in Charlotte, rented under a fake name. They arrest him 3 weeks after the custody hearing. Sarah isn't charged. The DA decides she was coerced, manipulated. Tyler had texts showing he pressured her, told her Marcus was financially abusive, convinced her the withdrawals were legal. I don't know if I believe that, but it doesn't matter. Sarah isn't my problem anymore. The divorce is finalized on December 3rd. 12 years of marriage. Over in 90 minutes, I keep the house. I keep primary custody. I keep Connor's last name, Patterson, not Morrison. Because Connor is mine, biology be damned. Sarah gets supervised visits, 2 hours, every other Sunday. She shows up the first 3 times, then she stops coming. Emma asks about her once, "Daddy, why doesn't Mommy want to see us?" Sometimes grown-ups make choices we don't understand. But you chose to stay, even when it was hard. That's what family does. She hugs me. You're my family. Always. 3 months after the divorce, we move. New house, smaller, 3 bedrooms instead of 5. But it's ours. No memories of Sarah, no ghosts. Emma picks her room first. Yellow walls. She hangs her drawings, the new ones, not the old ones. The new ones have different people in them. Me, Connor, Uncle Jake, Mrs. Patterson, Ms. Rodriguez, chosen family. Connor's room is blue. He picks out dinosaur sheets. I build him a bookshelf. We fill it with picture books. One night, Connor climbs into my lap while I'm reading. He's 3.5 now, still small, still blonde. "Daddy?" "Yeah, buddy." "Am I adopted?" The question hits like a punch. "Why do you ask that?" "Because I don't look like you. Emma looks like you. I look like Mommy." I set the book down. I turn him to face me. "Connor, I need you to listen. You're not adopted. But even if you were, it wouldn't matter. You know why?" He shakes his head. "Because being a daddy isn't about how you look. It's about who stays. And I'm staying. Always. Promise?" "Promise." He hugs me, small arms around my neck. He whispers, "You're my real daddy." Biology doesn't make a father. Love does. And Connor taught me that. Emma brings home a drawing in March. She walks into my home office after school. She's 8 now, taller, more confident. She's smiling. "I made this for you." It's construction paper. Crayola crayons. Emma still presses hard when she colors. The drawing shows a house. Not the old one, the new one. In front of it, there are stick figures. Me, Emma, Connor, Uncle Jake, Mrs. Patterson, Miss Rodriguez. At the top, in careful 3rd grade handwriting, "Family is people who stay." I stare at it. My eyes blur. "Do you like it?" Emma asked. "It's perfect." I'm going to make one for Connor's room too, so he remembers. Remembers what? That we stayed, even when it was hard. I pull her into a hug. She's getting too big for this. 75 pounds, all legs and elbows. But right now she feels small, precious. "I love you, Em." "I love you too, Daddy." She runs off to show Connor. I hear them laughing in the next room. I look at the drawing again. Family is people who stay, not blood, not marriage certificates, not legal documents. Just people who choose you every day, even when it's hard. On Sundays, we have dinner at Jake's house. It's a tradition now. Me, Emma, Connor, Jake, Mrs. Patterson. Sometimes Ms. Rodriguez joins us. Sometimes Jake's girlfriend Amanda comes. We're not a normal family, but we're a family. Tonight, Mrs. Patterson brings lemon bars. Connor eats 3. Emma helps Jake make pasta. I set the table. We sit down together, all of us, this strange, cobbled-together family that didn't exist a year ago. Jake raises his glass. To staying. To staying, we all repeat. Connor looks at me. "Daddy, what does that mean?" Emma answers before I can. It means we don't leave, no matter what. Oh, Connor thinks about it. Like how Daddy didn't leave us. Exactly like that. Good, I like staying. We eat dinner, we laugh, we tell stories. Connor spills juice on his shirt. Emma helps him clean up without being asked. This is what we built from the wreckage. Not perfect, not easy, just real. Later, after we get home, after I tuck the kids into bed, I sit in my office. Emma's drawing is framed on my desk now. Family is people who stay. I look at the pink suitcase, the one that started everything. It's been in my closet for months. I keep meaning to get rid of it. Tonight, I finally do. I drive to Goodwill. I drop it in the donation bin. Someone else can use it for real trips, real adventures. I don't need it anymore. That life is over. The suitcase disappears into the bin, cheap plastic wheels clicking one last time, and I drive home, to my kids, to my family, to the people who stayed. 3 years later. Emma is 11. She's in 6th grade, honor roll, piano recitals, soccer on Saturdays. Connor is 6, 1st grade. He reads above his level. He still calls me Daddy. He always will. We never talk about Sarah. She lives in Florida now with a new boyfriend. She sends birthday cards sometimes. Emma reads them and throws them away. Connor doesn't remember her. Tyler is in federal prison. Wire fraud. 8-year sentence. I don't think about him. Last week, Emma came home from school with another drawing. This one is different, more sophisticated. Colored pencils instead of crayons. Real shading, real depth. It shows our house, the new house, 3 years old now. In front of it, me, Emma, Connor, Jake, Mrs. Patterson, Ms. Rodriguez, Amanda. At the top, home. Not family is people who stay, just home. Because she doesn't need to explain it anymore. She knows what family means. She's always known. I frame this one too. It goes on my desk next to the old one. Emma walks into my office. You kept it. Of course I kept it. I was 7 when I drew the first one. I spelled people wrong. I didn't notice. Yes, you did. You just didn't care. She sits on the edge of my desk. She's growing up. Soon she'll be taller than me. Soon she'll leave for college. Soon she'll build her own life, but right now she's here. Daddy? Yeah? Thank you for staying. Emma, I told you, I'm never leaving. I know, but thank you anyway. She hugs me and walks out. I sit in my office looking at 2 drawings. 7-year-old Emma and 11-year-old Emma, 4 years apart, a lifetime of difference. The first one taught me what family means. The second one taught me we survived. Connor comes in later that night. He's holding something, a piece of construction paper. Daddy, I made you something. Blue paint, handprints, his hands pressed onto the paper, fingers spread wide. At the top, in his careful 1st grade handwriting, these hands chose me. Connor, this is beautiful. Ms. Rodriguez said we should make art about family. I asked her what family means. She said family is people who choose you. So I made handprints because you chose me. Connor, You don't have to say anything, Daddy. I know I'm not your biology. Emma told me, but you chose me anyway. So I chose you back. He climbs into my lap. 6 years old, small for his age, blonde hair, blue eyes. Nothing like me. Everything like me. I love you, buddy. I love you too, Daddy. He hugs me. Small arms, big heart. Biology doesn't make a father. Love does. Connor taught me that 3 years ago, and he's still teaching me today. This is about chosen family, the people who stayed when biology or marriage didn't. Tell me who's in your chosen family. I want to hear your story. For every story shared, someone else feels less alone. Tonight, I tuck Connor into bed first. Daddy, tell me the story. Which story? The staying story. He asks for this one a lot. The story of how we became a family. Once upon a time, I say, there was a daddy who loved his kids more than anything. One day, everything fell apart. The house got sad. The family got broken, but the daddy made a choice. He chose to stay. Even though it was hard, especially because it was hard. And then Emma stayed, and I stayed, and Uncle Jake stayed, and Mrs. Patterson stayed. That's right. And we all stayed together forever. Daddy? Yeah? I'm glad you stayed. Me too, buddy. Me too. I kiss his forehead. I turn off the light. I leave the door cracked the way he likes it. Emma is still awake in her room, reading, always reading. Lights out in 10 minutes, I say. Okay? Emma? Yeah? I'm proud of you. She looks up from her book. I know. Good. I close her door. I walk downstairs. The house is quiet, clean, ours. On the kitchen counter, there's a note from Jake. Sunday dinner at my place. Amanda's making lasagna. Mrs. Patterson is bringing lemon bars. Don't be late. I put the note on the fridge. I pour a glass of water. I stand at the kitchen sink looking out at the backyard. The swing set I built last summer. The garden Emma planted. Connor's bike with training wheels. This is what we built. From wreckage. From lies. From a pink suitcase with condoms and a 14-month affair and $47,000 stolen and a paternity test that said 0.00%. We built this. Not perfect, not easy, not what I planned, but real. And ours, and good. I think about Sarah sometimes. I wonder if she's happy in Florida. I wonder if she thinks about Emma and Connor. I wonder if she regrets anything. But mostly, I don't think about her at all. I think about the people who stayed. Jake, who dropped everything to help me. Mrs. Patterson, who gave me 6 months of security footage and made lemon bars when I cried. Ms. Rodriguez, who wrote letters and believed Emma. Linda Chen, who documented the truth. Emma, who was 7 years old and braver than any adult. Connor, who taught me that biology doesn't make a father. These are my people. This is my family. And I stayed for them, and they stayed for me. That's all family is. Staying, choosing, loving, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. I walk back upstairs. I check on both kids one more time. Connor is asleep. Dinosaur sheets tangled around his legs. His handprint art is taped to the wall above his bed. These hands chose me. Emma is still reading. Of course she is. Em, lights out. 5 more minutes. Now. She sighs. She marks her page. She turns off the lamp. Good night, Daddy. Good night, sweetheart. I close her door. I go to my room. I get ready for bed. I set my alarm for 6 a.m. School lunches don't make themselves. Before I turn off my light, I look at my phone. There's a text from Jake. Sunday dinner. Don't forget, family is people who stay. I smile. No perfect families, no easy forgiveness, just people who choose to stay. I turn off the light. I close my eyes. Tomorrow, I'll wake up. I'll make lunches with notes that say, "You're brave." I'll drive carpool. I'll work. I'll come home. I'll make dinner. I'll help with homework. I'll tuck my kids into bed. And I'll do it all again the next day. Because that's what staying means. That's what family means. That's what love means. And I'm staying. Always.